Greetings, Benjamin J. from Ben's Trains with another in the series. Well, here is the motor out of that Marx 999 that I got on eBay for $6. I just got this put back on the rail, getting ready to do its very first test. I have not run this yet. So I took the motor in the other room and scraped the contactor and just scraped it down to get some fresh copper exposed. Had a real hassle trying to solder this because this copper is in such bad condition. I need to take a file and actually file a clean spot. But I got the power wire attached, crudely, but attached. And as you can see, this thing was just in absolutely dreadful condition. And I've oiled the wheels, oiled the motor, pulled the brushes out, cleaned the armature, cleaned the brushes, cleaned the wheels. I actually had to scrape the oxide off the wheels. And as you see, there's a bit of intergranular degeneration starting there, where the wheel is, a bit of the flange is gone. And there's a flat spot on this wheel, see if I can find it, right there, where it looks like it's been dropped. That is not intergranular degeneration. That is a dent, it looks like. But like I said, this thing had been sitting in a box for over 50 years and is just in absolutely dreadful condition, covered in rust. So anyway, this is going to be the grand test. Will it run? First time I'm on the rail, I just got it reassembled and put back on the rail for the first test. This even has the original light bulb in it, so I have no idea if this is going to work or not. So power is on. Let's see what happens. It's running in reverse. Look at that. It's running forward. It's running. That's just absolutely amazing. And the E unit is working. Now, I thought for sure I was going to have to bypass this E unit. This motor is just absolutely eaten alive with rust. There's rust on every single piece of it. That is just absolutely incredible. That just goes to show how well Marx made these motors. And the E unit is working. It even has the original light bulb in it. So as you can see, this thing is just covered in rust. Every single part, every steel part on this motor, front wheels, the E unit itself, inside the frame, even the housing for the coil, as you see, is covered in rust. And yet this old motor is up and running. And other than cleaning it up and oiling it, I haven't had to do anything to it at all. That is just absolutely incredible. Like I said, it just goes to show how well Marx made these motors. And the E unit is working. Unbelievable. Absolutely incredible. This motor is running. So I gotta say it, don't overlook the junk. $6 on eBay, and I was the only bidder. And of course, you can see why. This motor and this locomotive was just in absolutely dreadful condition. Been in storage for over 50 years. And like I said, it even has the original light bulb in it. And it's up and running. Now, I've done nothing to this except clean it up and lubricate it. Nothing else at all. Straightened the push rods, of course, scraped the contactor, resoldered the main power wire. A bit crudely right now, but at least it's on there. Like I said, I've got to very likely file that copper to get a nice clean spot to solder to. And this thing was just eaten alive with rust. And the fact that it's running is just an absolute miracle. And the E unit is working. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So again, I gotta say it, Don't overlook the junk. $6 on eBay, and I was the only bidder. So I'll get this cleaned up and oiled, and then I will address these issues with the wheels. So far, it's not, it doesn't seem to be actually wobbling. Of course, that may change when the body's on it pulling a load. But it's actually running fairly well. And in fact, it's running quite well. And the E-unit is working. That is just an absolute surprise. I thought for sure the E-unit would be dead in this. I'd have to do a bypass on it. But it's running. Just absolutely incredible. So I'll put a bit of time into this, get that contactor really nice and clean, take a file and address this intergranular degeneration issue right there on the flange. And this wheel, I may have to replace it. I'm not really sure. The thing is, it doesn't seem to be wobbling when it's running, but you can see there's definitely damage on that wheel right there. So it looks like a dent. I don't think that's intergranular degeneration from being wet. It looks like it's been dropped. Difficult to say. This thing has been sitting for, think of that. It's been sitting in a box for 50 plus years. That is just absolutely amazing. Covered in rust, dead as a hammer when it arrived, and a few minutes work. I mean, literally. Oiling it, scraping the oxide off of the main contactor, and you can look at that contactor and tell this thing's been sitting forever. Like I said, it was really difficult to even get it to solder. The oxide is so thick on this, it's really difficult to actually scrape it off. So I'll probably take a Swiss needle file, a nice little flat file. File this all down, get to some real good copper. But in the meantime, this motor is up and running, which is just absolutely incredible. And the E-unit is working perfectly. And again, that just goes to show how well Marx made these motors. So a Marx 999, eBay, $6. I was the only bidder, and it's up and running. So I just wanted to do a quick video on this. Absolutely amazing. This thing is just covered in rust. And yet I haven't had to do anything to it. A bit of scraping, cleaning, and lubrication. That's it. That's all I've done to it. Nothing else. Anyway, I just want to do a follow-up video. The Marx 999 is up and running. In storage for 50 plus years. And here it is. $6 on eBay, and I was the only bidder. Anyway, really difficult to beat that. It's running. Just absolutely amazing. So I wanted to do a quick video. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email. BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.